What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all you had a great day so far today. Hope you all had a great weekend. Getting into this episode of GH. Am I supposed to feel sorry for Marco? Because I really don't. I didn't get emotional not once. I just rolled my eyes. Are we seriously supposed to feel bad for him? That he lost his mama? And then they got a nerve to give homegirl a funeral. I'm like, who the hell gonna show up? The only person that was there was Lucy. And you know why she was there. Sidwell, of course. She told me, I had to be here for my friend, because you're my friend. Oh, Lucy, please. We know why you there. And it ain't because of no damn friendship. So stop the nonsense. But even Lucy was talking some sense about Sonny's involvement in all of this, because even she said this doesn't seem like Sonny. Sonny wouldn't do it. And he wouldn't. Now, I'm glad some people got some damn sense. Like, come on. And Sidwell sitting here playing, he was straight up playing in Lucy's face, talking about something, oh, my son need answers, and I feel like, he may be in despair or whatever the case may be if he doesn't get answers about what happened to his mother. I'm like, what the hell? Am I in the Twilight Zone? What are you talking about? Get answers. He got answers. His mother died of an accidental overdose. What are you talking about? He got his answers from Anna and from the medical examiner's report. The autopsy showed that there was no foul play and that it was obviously accidental. She took a combination of pills and alcohol. What more do you need? That paperwork, the autopsy, none of it was doctored. And being a lawyer, I'm pretty sure he could see that it wasn't doctored. So what other answers does he need? Obviously Sidwell is trying to, get in that boy head and play on his emotions right now to make him believe Sonny did this. That's all he's doing. He's easily manipulating him. And I say easily because it doesn't take much convincing. Like, the boy already jumped to that conclusion immediately that Sonny must have done something. Like, come on, you got your answers. You got those answers. And Lucy sitting here letting this man play in her face like she always do. That's what Lucy do. She allowed these men to play in her face because she ain't thinking about nothing but dick and money. That's all that lady think about. She be blinded by it. Okay, like whenever a dude come around her that got some money and some peen, that's all she think about. She ain't thinking about nothing else. She can't think. All logic go out the window with her. Like, she just allows these dudes to play in her face every day, all day, twice on Sunday. That's just what she does. Even Alexis tried to get through to Marco and let him know that, the article that was published, there was no facts in that article. She was like, it wasn't nothing but innuendo and just nonsense. There was nothing factual that was written. And she even let him know, like, yo, I know Sonny. Like, come on, I know the good and the bad of him. He didn't do it. So if Marco continues to be a dummy, then let him be a dummy. It's too late anyway, because Sonny him and Jason already done had that ass kidnapped. So, and I wasn't even mad about it. I said, you know what? An eye for an eye. Do what y'all got to do. I was so glad when Sonny walked up in that church on Sidwell and let him know, like, oh, your son not coming. Because you know what? Sidwell really thought he could come into that town, do whatever he wanted to do, and there wasn't going to be any consequences. There was going to be no blowback. Sir, you should have really done your homework on the people of that town, because you thought Sonny was going to be a little punk and roll over. No. Nope. Your son got to pay the consequences. That man is all up in a room right now banging on the door. Jason was standing right on the other side of that door. If I was Jason, I would have been smirking from ear to ear. Got your ass. That's what I would have been doing. You're not going to come into these... And that's the thing that Sidwell need to understand. You're not going to come into that town playing these grown-up games and think that stuff not going to happen to you. Like you're untouchable. Yeah, okay. You thought. You guessed. Nah, You should have done your homework a little bit better, sir. And Lucas... he want to be all Team Marco, and yet Marco is ignoring his text messages. Like, Marco is not responding to none of his messages, like, at all. And he noticed it. He noticed that Marco didn't see it, so he's starting to get a little worried or whatever. I'm like, Marco been saw your text before he got kidnapped and ain't text you back, so that should tell you something in of itself. Like, this whole beef between the Sidwells and the Corinthos is definitely going to impact their relationship. because Lucas wants to sit there talking about, oh, Sonny has nothing to do with our relationship. Think again. Think again. You have family that's connected to Sonny. So if anything happens to Sonny or his family, is gonna, thanks to Sidwell, is gonna drive a wedge. Is gonna drive that wedge. And it's so funny to me how he begged Carly for help in protecting Marco, but yet you didn't talk to Marco about backing his father off of your family. Why you didn't do that? Fool. Like, he's so worried about Marco, you ain't even thinking about your niece and, your nieces and nephew. You ain't even thinking about them. Like, come on, Lucas. But it's gonna be a war, and I'm here for it. So anyway, moving on from that. You know what? Usually, and I do mean usually, I would say that Isaiah need to mind his business, because Lucas was pretty, frosty with Willow or whatever at the hospital. And Isaiah noticed it, and he jumped in. He was like, listen, we can't have all this tension at work and stuff like that. We got to still be cordial in the workplace. Normally, I would say Isaiah should mind his business and butt out, but I had to agree with him, because you do work in a hospital with patients, and that comes first. Your little outside beef, that needs to be checked at the door. I did agree with him on that one. Like, Lucas, I totally get why he's being frosty, and I agree with Lucas on that. With him being cold towards Willow or whatever because of what's going on with Michael in the custody. But at the workplace, check it. You got to check it at the door. Can't have all that drama there. You cannot. Like, patient care comes first. I do agree. But Willow sitting there going into her little monologue afterwards, thanking Isaiah for stepping in or whatever, because she was like, oh, the person I don't want to do battle with Lucas, I want to do battle with Michael. I'm like, here we go. The delusions. She really tried to say Michael drove her to this, because even Isaiah was like, I ain't never heard you talk like this before. I'm like, yeah, Isaiah, see, this is why sometimes you need to mind your business and pay attention, because you're dealing with some damn wackadoos. That's why he sit here and he defends people who, when he doesn't even know the whole story of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And the person that you're defending is the main antagonist. Like, they're the main villain of the fucking story. Duh. But, whatever. That's what happens when you don't do your due diligence. She basically blaming Michael for her psychosis. Oh, he drove me to this. No. Drew and your own little stupid self drove you to this madness. Don't sit here and blame Michael for this. Michael didn't drive you to nothing. You got in the car, started that motherfucker, and drove yourself to the foolishness. That's what you did. So don't blame him. Don't blame him. Then she sitting there talking about how she gonna provide a stable home for the kids because she gonna marry Drew, and Michael is gonna be looked at as the divorced dad of 3 by 3 different women. Okay. That still doesn't just, okay, he got multiple kids by multiple women. Okay, but one of them women is dead. Thank God. And he still can provide a stable home. So what are you talking about? That doesn't mean you're gonna win, because she talking about, oh, I know I made mistakes. Oh, you made mistakes. You made more than just some. You made more than some, woman. Like, you not clicking all up in there. Even when Michael came to see Sasha at the hospital and stuff with Daisy, here go Willow looking and stuff like that. I'm like, Willow, go get you a life and leave that poor child alone. Speaking of Michael is not playing no games. Like, he had a meeting with Sonny and Carly at her house. He wasn't playing. He was like, listen, he got to send them out the country or whatever. He going to send Daisy and Sasha out the country. Sonny is thinking that this is somehow about him. Like, somebody's trying to target Sasha and Daisy because of him. Or Sasha and Celeste, I shall say, because I don't like Daisy. But, yeah, nobody, I'm like, Sonny, for once, this ain't about you. It's not about you. I could see why he would think that, though, because the coincidence is crazy. Like, all this stuff happening to his family all around the same time. So naturally, he's going to think it's connected, even though this one is not on him. He was offering round-the-clock protection and whatnot. I had to laugh at that when I watched it, because I'm like, Sonny, your protection ain't going to help. It ain't going to do nothing. Like, your guards can't help. This child lived in a whole mansion with 2 police detectives, a big ass guard, security cameras, and Willow still managed to creep up in there unseen. Like, not even just them, but a whole family living there and a bunch of staff. And she still crept up in there unseen. So I highly doubt your crack security team is going to do any better. So I agree with Mike on this. Send them out the country. That's your best bet. You know, before I wasn't totally on board with Michael just letting Sasha and Celeste go, but at the same time, at least he's putting his child first. And I got to give kudos to Michael for that. He's doing what his parents never did for him. Put him first. Like his safety and stuff first. At least he's doing that. So kudos to Michael. For being, a good parent, unlike what he was raised by. Like, I'm just saying. But yeah, Michael not playing no games. He was like, nope, he don't give a damn about Willow and Drew getting married. He said they are not getting custody. He said it's not gonna happen. It'll be a cold day in hell before he allow it, and I don't blame him. Like, Michael's he ready to fight. Like, he ready to go to war, and I can see it in his face. Like, he definitely ready. So anyway, moving on from that. Lulu. Here she go with her foolishness. Coming at Jason about the whole Rocco Brit situation. Jason was like, listen, you need to accept that there's 2 versions of Brit. The good and the bad. Like, at least she tried to change. And Lulu didn't care. Lulu was like, look. She was like, I don't want to know about no good side to her. See, that's a Lulu problem. She think everybody bad when they do something bad except herself and her family members. Like, her family members ain't do nothing bad. So Lulu need to realize she not squeaky clean either. Like, you've done some pretty dumb bad stuff too. You're not a saintly person. But hearing Jason talk about, accepting people's versions of somebody made me cackle a little bit, because I'm like, does that mean he finally accept Liz's version of Franco? It's a valid question. It's a valid point. Because remember, Jason could not stand Franco. He hated Franco. Even when Liz said Franco changed, Jason still blew it off. So him saying that he got to know a different side of Brit, does he now see that Liz got to know a different side of Franco? Is a valid question. But I get why Lulu don't want, him talking about Brit and stuff like that, because Rocco has grown distant. He's avoiding her, has nothing to say to her too much, and I get it. But at the same time, I'm so ready for this to be done, because Rocco is still sitting here doing his little investigation, even at work. Like, he asked Sasha, oh, can Celeste, did she hear you talking to her or whatever? And da-da-da-da, like, whatever. Sasha was like, yeah. So it just adds fuel to his little investigation into Brit. And him and Danny was talking about it at the pool. I wish Rocco would let this go, because I really don't know what the end game is for him on this. Like, what is it that he wants to accomplish with this? Like, what? Like, what more information do you need? Like, what else do you want? Like, your parents are your parents. End of discussion. I don't see why he's continuing this stupid ass investigation, but okay. And it's starting to affect his work, because Dalton was pissed, because him and Danny over there chit chat and there's no fresh towels. And Dalton was rude. He was very rude, lashing out at them or whatever, talking about there's no fresh towels, and basically demanding Gio get the manager so he can get them fired. Well, the joke's on you, because management is not going to fire them. Like, they literally can pour hot lava down that man's swim trunks. Carly and Olivia ain't firing them boys. It ain't going down. It ain't going to happen. Even though they're supposed to be treated like regular employees, they are Nepo babies. It ain't going to happen. I don't give a damn how many times Jason and Dante and Gio say, oh, y'all got to be treated like regular employees. Olivia not firing her grandson. It's not going to happen. And Carly damn sure not firing Jason's son. Ain't going down. She definitely not going to fire her cousin. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen. So don't be quiet. You might as well stop all the bitching because it ain't gonna happen. I don't give a damn what they do. They could pull an old lady wig off her head. They still not they gonna be employed. Probably get a raise too. Just because of who they related to. They getting a raise. I'm just saying. But Emma had to come over there and smooth stuff out because he got even more mad once he saw the dog laying on the chair or whatever. So Emma had to smooth stuff out, but it worked to her advantage because she was like, oh, I could do some extra, work for you. I can help you out. He was like, okay, cool. Me and Jocelyn need some help. So it worked out for her. Now she's starting to get closer, and hopefully she feels like she could bust him. Speaking of, Anna is fed up. Listen, that dog done chewed up her good shoe that she got from Milan way back in the day. Chewed up her good shoe. Listen, you know how fast that dog wouldn't have been on my house? I would have sent that dog right to the shelter because no. I know Anna is not used to this. Like, first, it's one thing to have her granddaughter now living with her, but now she got Geo staying with her and a new dog. I would have lost my marble. Especially when you're used to living alone. Like, that's too much. That dog would have had to go. Like, they need to get that dog trained. That's what I would tell Emma at this point. If she want to keep that dog out back, that's such a stupid name. If she want to keep that dog got to get trained. Like, seriously, it got to be so obedient. Like, if I tell that dog come change the remote, that dog gonna change the channel on the remote. That's how obedient I expect the dog to be. Like, seriously. No barking after a certain time of night. Hell, no barking, period. Like, you got to be very obedient, especially when I'm used to living alone. No, get it together. But she's focused on her investigation into Vaughn at this point. She was talking to Felicia about it and whatnot. Jack Brennan is like 2 steps ahead of Anna because he know her move before she even make it. And he even told Vaughn and Jocelyn that. He was like, I know Anna, she gonna investigate you. And as soon as he made that phone call or got off that phone, he was like, yep, Anna investigated you. He know how she operate. Because he know how thorough she is. But Vaughn was confident she not gonna find none because he was like, my shit's squeaky clean. And here go Jack again, another step ahead. He was like, that's the problem. To a person like Anna, if you're too clean, that's a red flag for her. And Anna got that call. She was like, yeah, he got a clean record. She was like, yeah, something ain't right. Jack was on the money again. He know her. He know how she operate. He know how she move. Because she don't like the fact that he's too old for, Emma or whatever. But Felicia was like, well, shit, you was with Robert. He older than you. She was like, yeah, that was different, though. Like, it really was. Because the times and all that back in the day, it was different. But she was like, she also lucked out with Robert because he a good dude. She don't know anything about Vaughn too much or what kind of dude that cat is. But she's starting to try to put the pieces together and figure out, like, something got, whatever this is, has something to do with Emma in California. I really wish that we could have got a video call with her and Robin about this situation. I would really like to know what Robin think about all of this mess. At least a video chat. It adds to the story. Because to have Emma's parents just radio silent on this whole matter is just very odd. It's like, at least like a voice call or something. You know how they did with Monica? When Monica, they used her voice or whatever? That's what I would like for the Robin situation. Like, use her voice. So Jack pretty much told Jocelyn and Vaughn they need to be the perfect couple. Like, they need to really put on and make it look like they're a couple, like a for real couple. Like, they got to put their acting on this one, because that's the last thing Jack wants is this operation to blow up, because he knows something is going on with Dalton, because Dalton is definitely answering to somebody, and they feel like he's using somebody as a messenger. So of course Dalton went to the church to go see Sidwell, and Sidwell was like, our mutual friend is not happy with your progress, you need to get it together, because they having a meeting. And he was like, you gotta get that shit together or it's gonna be hell to pay. I wonder who the mutual friend is. Like, who are they dealing with? You know what I mean? I'm curious about that. It's a whole lot of moving parts to this. So anyway, Alexis went to go see Lulu about that article on Sunny or whatever. So she basically wanted Lulu to find out who wrote it. Like, who did it? Well, she know who authorized it, but who wrote the damn thing? Why don't she just go talk to Curtis and go find out what's going on? That's your best bet. I mean, her and Curtis are cool, so why not go to him directly? That's really her best bet to find out what's going on with that. But anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Peace.